Great thing about this movie, man, is that if you were looking for a bargain, you got it with this right here because you get 2 movies in one with this film right here. Now, the bad thing, neither one of them are The Mummy. And I'm sure some folks out there will get mummy satisfaction from this film right here. But me, I'm just going to be upfront with you right now. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to bullshit with you. I hate this movie. I'm going to be back at the Broadway Comedy Club. That's going to be Friday, April 17th. Get your tickets at doubletoastedny.com for pretty much one of the B-list, C-list monsters out there, The Mummy. That creature sure is getting a lot of movies today, a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. In fact, we've been talking about mummies for the last 2 weeks.
Was it worth it?
Well, that's what we're going to see, because now we got a fresh mummy out there. Last week, we talked about that.
A fresh mummy.
A fresh mummy. Just wrapped. They just took the intestines out, Martin. Yeah, we got a fresh mummy for you. Last week, we were talking about the 1999 classic Brendan Fraser mummy. And now we have this new mummy, which is pretty much the opposite of that. Martin, you said, I don't want to see that old silly adventure shit. That old knockoff Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I want
a straight up horror movie.
I want the mummy to return to his horror roots over here. Or hers, depending on which mum you're talking about. Because again, because it worked so well the last time, we are gender swapping again. We literally have a mummy over here. And
the mommy mummy.
Mommy mummy. Now they said
creature from the Black Lagoon would not work if it's a woman, I guess.
You eat them scaly titties. Hey, man.
Kidnapping men off the dock.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
It'll lay eggs at some point.
Yeah, they put eggs up in your ass. See, you got something there. So maybe we have something here with this mummy, because they say, listen, the last time we did that mummy with that, and we made that a woman. Okay, that didn't work. Well, how about we make it to where we make the audience really feel something. We make the audience really feel afraid for this character and have sympathy for this character, because now instead of a woman, they've gone to making little mummies out of little girls. Okay. Martin, you ain't seen this.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Just stop that tone right now.
You're right.
Stop it.
You're right. You're right.
Man, you are always so bougie.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's not fair to prejudge this. I haven't seen it.
Exactly. That's why I see things for you, because you just ready to judge. And I didn't even ask you to see it because I knew you were going with that attitude. So
he tried.
Yeah. Boy, I might have to mention this in a little bit.
You should not tell that story.
I'll try to work it around.
Yeah, because it involves something.
Yeah, but it's funny as hell. Martin saw a mummy, just not this mummy. Is that better? Did he see a better mummy than I did? Well, for this one, we do have an age difference now. Little girl is suddenly kidnapped out of nowhere, and her father goes looking for her, tries to chase her down, the kidnapper, doesn't succeed, gets away. 8 years later, they find the girl buried in a damn tomb and still alive somehow. What? Yeah. And they man, they get a call and say, hey, you're not going to believe this. But hey, good news is we found her. Bad news is she might be possessed by the demonic 3,000-year-old mummy. But go ahead and take her home. That's what's going to help out family. She needs love.
Come get her.
Come here and take this crazy bitch. Yeah, she's in a wheelchair, all dried up and everything. Goddamn velociraptor claws on her hands and feet. Yeah, all twisted.
Oh, poor girl.
I can only talk in clicks when she wants to. Other than that, she's just kind of just staring most of the time. But the parents they were so grief-stricken. And now they got her back, and they're like, yes, that's what she needs. She needs her parents. She needs love. So they take her back home. And, well, my question is, something that looked like that, would you take that on?
That goes straight to an institution. or a hospital or something.
Yeah, back in that damn tomb when you got up. Because something's wrong with this situation here. But hey, they missed her so long, and they're like, you know what? We can make something out of this. We can make her better because we're her parents. And well, when you got the director of The Evil Dead over here,
Evil Dead Rises. Right?
Evil Dead Rises. Yeah, better is not in the equation. Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for not the Mummy, Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Who? Well, as we said, the director of Evil Dead Rises, how does he handle a mummy? Let's go and take a look, and I'll be back with my review to talk to these fellas about it right after this.
It's very important you fully prepare.
Yes.
Okay, will you just back up a little bit?
Close talker.
It cuts to a side view, and he's right there in front of their faces. Dad, you sure you ain't the mummy?
Prepare yourself for what you're about to see.
Oh, weapons.
No sudden.
The only weapon is how they're using that to advertise this movie. Lying is their weapon.
Moves.
Don't worry, Grandma. It's fun to be dead.
Oh, hell no. Take your ass on the line, man. No, hell no. Take your ass back to that damn pit where we got you from. Yeah, man, listen. Getting to the review right here. So, great thing about this movie, man, is that if you were looking for a bargain, you got it with this right here, because you get 2 movies in one with this film right here. Now, the bad thing, neither one of them are the Mummy. And I'm sure some folks out there will get mummy satisfaction from this film right here. But me, just going to be upfront with you right now. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to bullshit with you. I hate this movie.
Hate, huh?
I hate this.
You never come straight out the box with that.
I never come straight out with hatred. I never, and I don't like to do that, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, shit, I'd rather watch Tom Cruise run his ass off in that weak ass 2017 movie.
Yeah.
At least in that movie, there was an actual mummy.
Right.
And she was fine as hell too. I mean, say what you will about it. That's a mummy right there.
Right.
Yeah, this movie,
bandages
man.
and everything.
Yeah, all that, man. You know, and I'm not lying. I would rather watch, I know I don't like this movie. I would rather watch this movie anytime over this film that we saw that I saw. Because and let you know that I'm not trying to, come in and be mean or come in and, turn my nose up to this movie or just talk trash about it. I'm not, man.
You were just too tired from the flight to enjoy the movie.
I was just in a bad mood.
Yeah, you might see this next week and go like, "Oh, this is great. I don't know what I was thinking." Now that I've had some sleep,
I'd rather take that flight again.
I missed all the nuance.
Yeah, exactly. But for right now, and another thing. Listen, man, I don't even want to be that harsh on this film. I really don't. I'm not trying to come in here and be an asshole about it, man, because I think that Lee Cronin, who's put his name on here, so you don't get this confusion. And the mummies out there. This is Lee Cronin's mummy, goddammit. And believe me, all the other mummies are like, yes, please put your name on this. Yes, Lee. This is your mummy.
We don't want somebody looking for our movie and finding yours by mistake.
Yeah. I remember this first came out, I thought it was Lee Daniels, the mummy. I was like, what? The dude that did the butler.
And Precious.
Yeah. See a fat ass mummy run down the street, a box of chicken. A bunch of raps.
Might have been better than this.
And I think it would have been. Because, all joking aside here, man, I think that Lee Cronin is a very good director. This guy is great at creating mood, and I really enjoyed that mood that he created with Evil Dead Rise. That was the last Evil Dead movie to come out that he did. And I liked what he did with that movie. And I like what he does. Again, to show you that I'm not coming in trying to trash talk. I like what he did with the beginning of this film. The beginning of this movie, I think it sets up a lot of stuff very well. You know, because when this is set up, it feels like sort of a mystery thriller, because the whole thing it's centering on the girl being kidnapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, the girl's name is Katie, by the way. And Jack Rayner is her father, and the mom, I'll tell you her name in a little bit. I forgot what it is right now. But man, there's a whole scene where Jack Rayner is trying to chase the person that kidnapped his daughter. And they do this really cool foot chase. And I think
this in the streets of Cairo?
Cairo. Yeah, they're in Cairo. Now, later on, as we mentioned, they're in New Mexico. It's like, why? Because it was cheaper, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, they're doing a foot chase through Cairo. They got some of the imagery that we like to see, like sandstorm going on.
Uh-huh.
You can't have an abuela if it all happens in Egypt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a Mexican grandmother in here or something.
Okay.
So, but yeah, man, you know, tight spaces that you know, and obstacles that he has to jump around and whatnot. And because you see the person chasing his that he's chasing, still holding his daughter, man, it really pulls you in. Like, you really want him to catch this person. And the direction on that is excellent. The family stuff after the kidnapping is great too, man, because not only do you feel for them, but you relate to them, man. You relate to their grief, and also you just kind of sitting around waiting for clues like they are. You know, you want to know what this is about too. So setting up these little bits of details without you knowing what's going on, great move.
Mm-hmm.
It really, really, really hooks you. Now, when they do end up finally finding her, I'm just speaking for myself. I'm like, you know, you can take this bitch back, because the movie quickly dips after that. And I mean quick.
Yeah.
Because at first it's heartbreaking, man. As I said, this girl's in bad shape when they find her. You know, you have to keep in mind, it's still a minor, man. This girl's been locked in a tomb in darkness for 8 years. So, you know, when they find her, she's in bad shape, man. She looks like a piece of dried meat that you buy for your dog to chew on with hair. She's a mummy. She's still alive.
Yeah.
You know, she's a living mummy. And it's horrifying what she's been through. And even that in the beginning is something that it breaks your heart, and it's something that is really just terrifying to think about. You know, I mean, you know, it's locked in the darkness and pretty much buried alive. And when you see it, man, you get clues. It's so sad because you get clues that she's still aware of her condition. Uh-huh. Like, she's trapped inside this body, and there's nothing that she can do except hope to communicate with some part of her body that they'll understand. Yeah, you goddamn right. When that scene came up, I was like, all right, you know what? Because I didn't read any reviews on this. I'm like, man, this is brilliant. Mm-hmm. This is an amazing idea that they did with the mummy, making it a child that got buried alive and is now trying to readjust. I couldn't wait to see where they would go with that.
That's the thing that I feel like is kind of shitty about this. That it's just like, on paper, some of these ideas seem amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's an amazing idea. I'm like, making the mummy a girl that has to try to figure out now how to fight this thing that's inside of her while being trapped inside of it. I said, let me sit back and see what they're about to do with this. Now, this is how you make a mummy movie right here. Uh-huh. Except that they stopped making a mummy movie.
I mean, at that point, it's not a mummy movie; it's a possession movie.
Yeah, it's true.
It's all downhill for me for many reasons. Because for one, I'm sitting up here, that is what y'all did. Y'all advertised this at the Mummy. You set it up as the Mummy. You had a great spin for it, for this new Mummy, and then you just go and make The Exorcist.
Oh yeah.
It's people. This movie quickly shifts into The Exorcist, and I'm talking about straight up jacking The Exorcist, ripping it off. I don't want to hear inspired by. Uh-huh. I don't want to hear paying homage to. No, you stole The Exorcist and made a shittier version of The Exorcist. Because it's right down to a little girl in a nightgown, floating, contorting on her back, doing all the almost crab walking and shit, and scurrying around like a little wild animal, like a little rodent.
Yeah.
Walking in the walls and shit. And right down to spewing green vomit.
Really?
I'm like, at this point, you should have that bitch's head just going around.
Yeah.
You know, it's you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the elements are there. And I paid to see The Mummy. Because I paid to... y'all switched. That's like... That is like a cruel trick. Like you meant to rip. That's like a troll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid to go see The Mummy and then got The Exorcist. You know, this is this is some from dusk till dawn shit that y'all are doing.
Once again, it would be like going to see The Creature from the Black Lagoon and the creature's a werewolf.
Yeah.
Well, even then, you actually got two creatures. It's like you're not getting anything.
At least I got a creature. Yeah. Yeah, you go see the werewolf and he turns into a fish man.
Or he gets bitten by a werewolf, and then from that point forward, he's just an asshole.
Yeah. He's just a hairy dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Yeah, you go to pay to see the wolf man, and then it just turns out about a dude who didn't shave for a couple of days.
That's it. Wolfman is just something he calls himself while he's committing crimes.
Hey, they call me Wolfman. Kiss my ass. Hey, get the hell out of here with this, man. But that wasn't even enough for Lee Cronin to rip off The Exorcist right here, because he starts ripping himself off after a while. There's a point where he says, you know what, fuck your mummy. I want to make Evil Dead.
Oh, okay.
Hey, listen, I told y'all before I got in here, I want to do another Evil Dead. And God damn it, that's what we doing.
And y'all made me the mummy.
Yeah. It's almost like, I want to do Evil Dead. No, you doing the mummy. Yeah, okay, sure. We'll see about that. Yeah, man. Yeah, this girl, Katie, Katie slowly goes from being a possessed girl in a possession movie like The Exorcist to being pretty much a deadite.
Oh,
yeah, from Evil Dead. Yeah. Because then you know how the deadites are like, you're gonna die, dead at dawn. They start, they just say little things just to be shitty and mess with you. She starts taking on the characteristics and personalities of a deadite from an Evil Dead film.
That's why I want to know all the different things about you. Like how your little piggies taste.
Just freaky for no reason. Nope. Exactly. That is a scene to gross you out. It's not really lending anything to the story except to show you like, oh, this demon's is a perv or whatever.
Right.
Are we allowed to talk about spoilers? There's something I read that I was just...
We'll do it afterwards.
Okay.
We'll do the review.
There's one thing that I want to bring up that I'm like, that is so ridiculous that it sounds hilarious.
I want to know if it's the same thing that I'm thinking of, because there's a couple people. I got a couple of things. I will tell you right now. I'm going to spoil one particular thing in here. There's a lot I can sit up here and say, but there's one thing, and I'll tell you, and I'll mention it quick, and I'll move on. But there's something that's crazy in here, and I only want to bring it up because it proves a point that I'm trying to make with this, on the reason why I'm not crazy behind this film. Because even with this stuff I'm talking about, licking a damn 7-year-old's toes and all, being two different movies instead of being The Mummy. Man, listen, I can let it go. I'm not, I'm not that invested in The Mummy where, it's like I'm if you bait and switch me, that's a reason to be upset. I paid money to go see a Mummy movie. But you know what? I could say, hey, look, it's not a Mummy movie. But what we do have here is, okay, they did well. It was fun. But depending on what you like, I personally don't think it's done that well. Because if you want to go into this and you just want to see a bunch of gore, a bunch of blood, a bunch of, like this bunch of body horror, then yeah, that's one of the things that this movie's been known for. The gore the gore effects are excellent. A lot of it's practical. It's a lot of it's just flesh crawling and icky, and it's done very well, man. As I said, a lot of body horror, a lot of skin peeling in this. Man.
Yeah, see that from the trailer.
Yeah, a lot of stuff crawling up in your body.
A lot of bugs going in people's mouths.
Yeah, man, and I mean they really pushed that going in. Let's not even talk about how they come out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it's there's a lot of skin peeling in this movie, man, and not the kind of skin peeling you get at the salon. We are talking about, you'll see, man. It's like if one thing Lee Cronin knows how to do, he knows how to focus on one little body part and doing something with that body part and making the results a lot worse than you anticipated. Mm-hmm. I was like, God damn, you got me with that.
It's kind of funny because I had misread the title and I thought it said Cronenberg, and it doesn't seem like how.
But you know what? He sort of is a Cronenberg in a more, I guess, probably exploitive way. Somebody who concentrates more on gore. But they do something with fingernails and toenails in here. Our toenail that it was inspired. What followed. But it looks great. And if that's what you're in here for, to see a bunch of blood and gore, a bunch of practical gore effects, then nobody can fault you for that, because it is great. They did a great job. But after a while, it's not about story anymore. It's more like let's find excuses to show more gore. Mm-hmm. Let's just do things that really aren't story oriented. And by the way, this movie's is well over 2 hours.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh come on!
So
it's a Blumhouse movie. Why that doesn't make any sense?
It's a bloated ass movie. What it is?
Wow.
You're getting 2 movies in once. It's grinding.
Exactly. There you go. That's why it's so long.
You're getting a bargain. You ain't getting a mummy, but you're getting a bargain. Yeah, man. Keep in mind, this movie is over 2 hours long. So they in other words, they're bullshitting. They're just really just stopping and finding ways. Oh, what can we do to this body part right here? Oh, how can we make you squirm right here?
Yeah.
Oh, how can we make your flesh crawl and get bloody right here? Oh, how can we peel this? Yeah, man. It just seems like it really feels like it's try hard, because it goes beyond gore at a certain point. And this is I like gore. I love seeing practical effects, and I can appreciate it. I mean, with Art the Clown, what is the?
Oh yeah, Terrified.
Man, those movies are just there to showcase effects, and they know it, but they're trying to tell a story right here, man. And it goes beyond just being gory. The movie just starts to get nasty and just starts to be gross. There's stuff in the movie where, there's like blood is not enough. Blood, the peeling skin is not enough. Going in and cutting up little kids is not enough. Other people start vomiting in the movie. People start blowing snot out their noses for no reason.
Oh, not snot.
Yeah, one woman just for no reason, somebody said something to her and she took those words to offense, and then just a piece of snot just blew out her nose for no reason.
The only thing missing is shit.
And you know what? I think there might have been some demon shit on the floor. I'm not lying. I'm not lying, man. Listen, because they like people start spewing bile. Average food is made to look nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a party going on and just flies flying around all the food, and somebody coughs on it and gets blood on it. And people, of course, you're going to see people eating. So, they're really going out their way to just be gross with this, man. And to what you're saying, because you say it's probably ain't no shit up in here. Man, listen, things are so nasty that characters see something that's repulsive and they don't do shit about it. Jack Rayner, as I said, he's the dad in the movie, who I like this guy. I think he's really good in the film, man. Yeah. I think he actually does a great job in the film.
Okay, but I feel like every time I see Jack Rayner in a movie, I don't like him.
Well, hey man, his track record is good with you. Because you ain't gonna like him here either. Because and the poor guy's not his fault, man. Jack Rayner, he goes and looks at something that looks like acidic demon shit.
Yeah.
That's on the floor because he sees it seeping under a rug. He lifts the rug and sees that it's just like just little spots of demon shit right there, or whatever, blood or whatever. But he looks at it, and he's like, huh. And he pulls that rug back over it, and I don't think he looks at it again.
Sexist. He's like, let the wife clean this up.
Yeah.
That's woman's work.
And of course, it plays into something bigger. And I'm like, man, you could have avoided that shit had you done something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Listen, they are trying so hard to find reasons to be gory that sometimes it just makes no sense. Now, here's the part that's going to be a little bit of a spoiler, and y'all can walk away for about a minute. Or turn your sound down, and I promise you I'll be done. But man, they just do some of the shit just gets silly. The reasons that they find for being gory up in here. The youngest daughter, she has a loose tooth in the movie, so you know where this is gonna go. Yeah, you know what? Let me ask you, where you think it's gonna go?
Is it gonna get knocked up in her head, or I know it's gonna come out.
Okay, again, spoilers, y'all. Cut the sound down for about a minute.
That is not one of the two things I thought was hilarious.
Okay, I can't wait to hear yours, man. This is listen. I ain't gonna lie, I laughed because it's almost now that it again. You know the two words I'm gonna use. The shit gets Looney Tunes now. So she has a loose tooth, so she just starts pulling one out, and later on in the movie, when she gets when she gets that demon up in her, when she gets cursed by her sister, she just starts pulling all her teeth out.
Oh, okay.
And of course they're doing it for the body horror, but then when she pulled out all her teeth, she goes and finds her grandmama's dentures.
Oh, nope, that was it.
Is that what you read about?
And she puts her grandmother's dentures in and just smiles. And it don't look crazy. And then she just goes to bite somebody with them. And that's not even the craziest one, because she puts them in, she's like, again, like a cartoon, like,
yeah, I asked Jordan, who did see that movie, he's like, bro, honestly, that part's hilarious.
Yeah, it is, man. It is, girl. They took something that was really hard. My girl, like, Jesus, man, leave these kids alone. And she pulls out all them teeth, and then she's like, where grandma's teeth at? She finds and turns around like, yeah, that's crazy. I was like, well, do we really have to do that? I mean, listen, I'll accept it because it's actually funny. Mm-hmm. It's actually one of the funniest things that they do in the movie, but the movie's already long and it doesn't play into the story.
Yeah.
Again, at too much at all. They just want her to put some dentures in it and bite the shit out of somebody. That girl pulled all the teeth out just for this gag right there. One of the main reasons why I hate this movie is because it's just not fun. At least not for me. It's just not fun because it just feels really nasty and mean. Mm-hmm. And especially when a lot of this stuff is happening to children. It just feels exploitive at that point.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of that going on here.
Yeah, man. It is so mean-spirited that when it's not being gory and it's not being gross, some characters just say mean shit. This girl is in class, again, because she's been, influenced by her sister, Katie. And she turns around and just out of nowhere just says something crazy. I can't even say it. Maybe during the spoiler part I'll say it, but she just said something crazy to her teacher. and they had a chance to even get more gory because she had scissors in her hand. But she's like, no, I'm gonna go for this. I'm just gonna be an asshole. Mm. And by the way, it's the same woman that blew the snot out of her nose. So some of this stuff, I don't know, maybe it's meant to be funny, but it's just too much when it comes to the kids, man. Maybe it could be because I just saw, because of our retro review last week, maybe it's because I just saw The Mummy, 1999, which to me found a sweet spot. It was fun because it had an adventure that fit that setting, that time. And with also little small bits of horror in there. I have fun with it. Mm-hmm. I had no joy watching this movie. I had none. The deal is that they're just using this girl's, because they spend a lot of time on this. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't feel like story. It feels like they're just using this girl's body as a showcase.
Yeah.
to just rip her flesh apart, mutilate her body, and simply go for all the gore effects that they can. You know, it's like, man, seriously, it's like watching somebody prepare human meat at a butcher shop. And I just didn't, man, listen, I just didn't find it all that enjoyable.
Especially not for 2+ hours.
No. Yeah. And some of that just because it's a lull, man. Leia Costa here is very good. I think Jack Rayner is good. The kids in this movie were good. I think they did good casting by making those kids actually look like they look like their parents.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, there's stuff that's going on here that's really good. But, you know, in respect to Lee Cronin and respect to his direction and to the effects department in this movie right here, man, fine job. But the rest of this, like I said, man, it's just a lame ripoff of two much better horror movies, while not being the movie that it was advertised as.
Yeah.
And people, I really, man, this is firmly on my list of 2026, one of the worst movies of this year. I can tell you it's going to be there.
It's interesting to hear you say it because you brought up all the things that are bad about it, but you do have praises for it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's not that you have praises for it, but more than I would have expected. But
I'm just being fair, man. You know,
yeah.
Like I told you, everything where they set this movie up, that was wonderful. You know, where it ends up, it just ends up. You start by telling the story, and then you just end up being a gore effects reel.
Well, doesn't it seem like a lot of James Wan and Blumhouse movies do this?
They do this because I have a theory. You know, the budget is not very high on this.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. I mean, look at what they did with the Wolfman.
Yeah,
man, stop doing this shit.
Yeah. If you're not going to spend the money, just don't even bother.
Yeah, the Wolfman ran all around a yard all night.
Mm-hmm.
Then Mexico, mostly in the house with this chick going crazy. What y'all gonna do? Yeah, set Frankenstein at a Home Depot. You know.
Cost too much money to rent a Home Depot.
Yeah, they got a workshop in the back. And all the tools you can
A dude that works at a Home Depot decides to dig up a body and put it together in the store, man. Come on. Yeah, man. Listen, you can tell this is going with me. This is some bullshit. It's some straight up bullshit. I like I said, man, I can even get with something that's dreadful and dark and even somewhat depressing like this. But man, you know, it's the Mummy. Universal's The Mummy.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit of fun is supposed to be had here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, you know, listen, the work went into it with the direction and everything, but that's a lazy move just to remake a Evil Dead movie. He made an Evil Dead movie.
Well, good for Tom Cruise. He can sit back and go like, yeah, it's not so easy now, is it?
Yeah, exactly, man. I never thought I'd hear myself say, man, I'd rather watch Tom Cruise's The Mummy. I'd rather them start working on that damn dark universe again. At least it was fun to laugh at. Yeah, it was going somewhere. It was fun to laugh at. But yeah, and again, you know, I say this all the time, but this is just my opinion right here because I think that there will be some people who, if you really do just want to go and see sick gore effects, then this delivers on that. And, you know, that's nothing wrong. That's what you're looking for. I obviously was looking for something else, and it didn't work for me. So, yeah, this is straight up some old bullshit, man.
Yeah, the reviews I saw seem to agree with you.
Really?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I was saying how I opened my news, feed. I wasn't trying to, but just one of the articles was, who is Lee Cronin and why is his mummy so terrible? and that was the title of the whole article.
Well, you just got your answer, my friend. We're going to talk about some little spoilers right here because some things he brought up. And I'm curious to know what those are because you didn't see the movie, but obviously some of these things sound ridiculous on paper.
Well, yeah, her putting on the dentures, I immediately thought of The Simpsons when Bart puts on Grandpa's dentures.
Yeah,
I was like... And then I asked Jordan about it, and he's like, yeah, she just goes around biting people for a little bit.
Yeah,
that's biting everybody?
I know one dude in particular that she put him on and bit the shit out of him with it. And she's trying to bite some other people. But yeah, it has nothing to do with the story. It progresses nothing except a visual.
Okay.
And she went and put those chompers in. That girl pulled all her teeth. She pulled her mouth out and then put her teeth in. But boy, that smile.
The other one was, because, I mean, the Mummy is supposed to be, as far as I know, like, controls the elements and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't understand, and maybe I read this wrong. So if I'm wrong, correct me. But what I read on the Wikipedia page was... the grandma tries to pray for her, and then she does something, and then she falls out a window and gets eaten by coyotes.
Man, there's a point where coyotes are just hanging out, and and like at night you hear, "Ooh," and then they're taking the girl Katie to see no, they're going to pick her up. And these
coyotes are?
No, sorry. Hell no, they're there too.
Okay,
actually, they beat the parents, and the parents are going to pick Katie up, and the coyotes beat them there, and they full bright daylight, man. They're standing at the front of the gate.
This is filmed in daylight?
Yeah, this is daylight.
With coyotes?
With coyotes. Coyotes just there. You might as well have Wile E. Coyote out there, man, with a sign. Hey. Yeah, because they look just about as fake. These old fake CG ass coyotes that are like lit brightly, so you can just see how bad they are, man. And for no reason. So your girl Katie picks grandma up with a crucifix, chokes the shit out of her, talks some shit to her, and then throws her out of a window. Grandma lands on a car and slides off the car, and then they cut to a shot out of nowhere. Coyote's tearing her intestines up. And she's still alive. Talking about, ow.
Sounds pretty excessive, but
it is excessive as it sounds.
Also, controlling canines. I thought that was Dracula's thing.
Yeah, man.
Maybe there's a spell book that they all share.
Yeah.
I mean, if she controls coyotes, why doesn't she do it again at any point in the movie?
The coyotes, they're not explained. The coyotes, we don't know if they're there because they're servants of the demon, or they're just an omen, and they don't explain them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Grandma, once again, no, it's not even that. Grandma gets her ass whooped. Grandma gets slapped on the ground. Her dentures fly out so she can catch them. And then she gets up, gets knocked and thrown into a wall. Crucifix slides over to the floor, wraps around her throat, lifts her up and just starts choking her. And then you thinking like, well, shit, grandma will be out of her misery in a little bit. No, they flame that bitch out of a window. She lands on dad's car, or her son-in-law's car, and she's still looking at him like, don't go in that house. That bitch and then she just slides off the car, and then out of nowhere, there's this coyotes down there just eating her up, man. So they should have put the camera on her face, and she said, neep, neep. Man, they have a funeral. And at the funeral, because apparently nobody talked about what happened with the window, why she hit the car, why is there blood on the windshield, like what happened? No, they skip all that. The authorities don't ask shit. Why are coyotes over there licking their lips with blood on their fur and shit? You know what? None of this is discussed. And so what they do is they cut next to a funeral, and this is when the shit gets real Looney Tunes. The funeral, there's these other abuelas, they're sitting around talking shit about grandma. Apparently they didn't like her, but we never see these characters. But they looking at her talking about, yeah, she look better dead, don't she? They just drinking. Oh, they're drinking her food. I mean, drinking her drink, eating her food. The food, by the way, got flies all over it. Got, just so it can look gross and nasty. And meanwhile, above everything, while there's people attending this funeral in this house, there's that patch on the ceiling where Jack Rayner, dad, tried to cover that demon shit up. That shit is rotten, and so while apparently mom and dad are so distracted by Katie and trying to make sure that she don't get out of her room and do something stupid like kill somebody else, that they don't notice that downstairs, little whatever her name is pulling all her teeth out and goes over to grandma's corpse and untie and pretty much like pulling a bow off of a gift. She pulls a string off of her mouth and pulls her teeth out. That's when she puts the teeth in her mouth, and then she just starts looking around the room like.
So the two ridiculous scenes that I read are like within 15 minutes of each other.
So while she's looking for somebody to bite, while mom and dad are trying to keep security on Katie, that shit stay in the floor. Katie's already digging through that. So yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, she busts through, knocks grandma's corpse on the ground. That's when the girl finds the teeth because she just lands on the corpse and just starts giving a hickey, just biting the neck. And she knocks the teeth out. And that's when that girl sees those teeth to put them in and just like, oh yeah, the party done started now. And then she put the teeth in and then just started running after people, man. It's just, then tackled one dude to the ground and just bit the shit out his face.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, some other people, the girl who pulled her teeth out, she done coughed all over the food and put blood on it. So people had been eating it the whole time, blood spattered deviled eggs.
And nobody checks it before they just pick up stuff.
They just pick it up and just start eating it.
The coyote said it was fun.
Yeah, forget that there was flies all over it and everything when we saw it. Yeah, man. And then, now that you got like a demon bitch running around and this damn piranha child, it's like everybody runs out of the funeral. Of course, nobody reports this to the police. Nobody says anything. Nobody comes to investigate.
It sounds stupid.
Very much so.
Want to hear the ending?
Sure, I do.
Because when I read it, it didn't make a lot of sense. But I don't know how they did it. I mean, maybe you can fill the gaps, but. So the whole thing is about a demon. They name the demon. It's like N something, Nakanasam or something.
You know more than I do.
And the demon, at some point, the dad's like, "All right, demon, go into me."
Oh yeah. The whole thing is like,
and then what?
And then put me in a tomb.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, take me instead. Leave my daughter alone.
Yeah,
make her normal again.
Yeah, and then they put dad in the box, and the girl is your girl is normal again, Katie. She looks like a human now. And then they just talk to dad in the box. They go lean on the box.
What about little smiley girl?
She got somehow within about a year, all her teeth grew back. unless she went to the dentist and got some dentures herself that fit her face.
Maybe they weren't her permanent teeth, or because there ain't no way they could afford new implants and caps.
Oh hell no! Meanwhile, they down there knocking on the box. And dad's in the box knocking back. And they're like, what do you say? Dad said he loves us. And I'm like, we ain't even done yet. Man, they said, you know what? They said, mom starts getting depressed and she calls this cop that's been on the case.
Oh, it's still going.
Yeah, it's still going. Yeah, this movie's long. When it should have ended a long time ago.
My biggest problem with modern movies is they have 3 endings.
Yeah.
This has ended twice already.
Yeah. Now we're about to get to the third ending. Yeah, they said.
And Frodo goes back to the Shire.
There's been a cop who's been investigating who has one of the longest parts of the movie that actually makes it slow. Okay. But she calls and she figures out everything that's going on, sees everything. She actually reads the last words that like help transfer the demon into dad. Mm-hmm. And she can barely say it. And just to show you how gross they're looking for excuses to be gross. She has a hard time saying it because Katie, as a demon, threw up a scorpion, put it in her mouth, and the scorpion decided to go in her mouth and try to crawl out her neck. So in order for her to say the words, now she got this big ass hole in her neck. In order to say the words, she got to finger herself. She got to stick 2 fingers in her windpipe where the scorpion was trying to come out so she could say the words that will help transfer the demon. So
if a scorpion comes out of my neck, I'm not going to stick around. No, I'm going straight to the hospital.
Well, at the time, they were being attacked by a demon that was keeping them from leaving the house. So,
okay,
yeah, right. Like I think she went to the hospital, the ER or something afterwards. She went to the free clinic or something. But anyway, she says the words to transfer the dad. Dad's in the box, but mom says, as he hear him say, "I love you," she calls up the detective and says, "I have an idea." And so the last ending here, the woman who kidnapped Katie 8 years ago, probably 9 at this point, is in a I guess a maximum security facility, and so they come in, knock her ass out a little bit to where she can't move, but she's still kind of conscious, and the person who injected her was mom, and she's like, "Hey, yeah, you remember my face? And by the way, she was the one at the beginning of the movie who was grooming Katie, giving her candy all the time, saying, 'I'm your imaginary friend. Don't tell anybody. I got a trick for you. And her last trick was, of course, kidnapping her and turning into a mummy.
And this was all while they were on vacation in Cairo?
This is while they were working in Cairo.
Okay.
I think she's titled as the magician.
Yeah, because
okay.
she's like always tricking Katie. I have a trick, and her last trick was kidnapping her and turning into a mummy. But so Mom at the end of the movie says, "So I have one last trick for you. What do you think that trick is?"
To swap her with the dad.
Yeah, they bring Dad in, who actually, end of the movie, Dad looks like a badass mummy. He looks like Mum Ra or some shit like that. He's like, yeah, that's like, damn, man, why did we do shit with that mummy right there? They bring him in a wheelchair and he's got like a Dr. Doom hoodie on and shit. And he's got these cool looking eyes and he's looking at the woman, the magician, like, yeah, it's your time now, bitch. And then at least you're gonna get a cool effect right here. Nah, they shut the door while the policeman's saying those words again and the credits roll. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. Y'all making me about to get this.
That's one of those kiss my ass endings.
It really is. By the way, that's your third ending. Boy, this is a bargain, man. You get 2 different movies, 3 endings. Man. Oh, somebody said that was a cool ending, Corey. I disagree. No, it could have been cool, but you do the coolest thing. You ended the movie with something cool after all this ridiculousness.
I really thought you were going to say it ends with the dad being, trapped in the tomb, and then maybe he comes back for the next one as the real mummy.
That would have been cool.
That would have been a better ending.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, it might be a cool way to end the movie, to bookend it, but I mean, for me, it's been a terrible movie up to that point, and it doesn't even matter. And you had an ending where you could have teased something with exactly what you said. I think your idea is much better. That's just.
Damn, they should have let you in the writing room.
Yeah, well,
yeah. No, they
could have given a note about the coyotes.
Well, would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.